Kobold Press says, hey, Wizards of the Coast, we're coming for you. We'll talk about that in just a minute, but first, I want to remind everyone that this video is brought to you by our friends at Hellebarde Games. Hellebarde Games makes the kind of adventure modules that they like to play, whether it's for 5th edition, Castles and Crusades, or the OSR in general. Old school is in play at the table. You can check them out on their website at hellebardegames.com or DriveThruRPG. That's hellebardegames.com. So this comes to us from wargamer.com. And I thought this was kind of interesting in light of everything that's going on. Let's check this out. Kobold Press 5e clone aims to end monopoly on D&D. So let's see what they've got to say. And of course, I will link to the article in the video description below. Kobold Press Project Black Flag looks like a D&D clone, but the publisher says this is the best way to end Wizards of the Coast D&D monopoly. The initial playtest for Kobold Press' upcoming RPG system Project Black Flag has seen some critique for how closely it replicates D&D 5e's rules, critique the publisher has addressed in a head-on blog post from February 17th. Kobold Press acknowledges the new system resembles a 5e clone, but says it claims that this move will help demonopolize Dungeons & Dragons. And of course, Project Black Flag is one of the open initiatives that came out after Wizards of the Coast immediately rescinded OGL 1.0a. We'll see how that goes forward with Wizards now on their apology, we're so sorry dance tour. So, senior game developer Celeste Konowich from Kobold says, why make a 5e clone? Why not tear up all the previous 5e products and start from scratch? Konowich answers to this big question is, it's time for the monopoly on D&D to end. This is a wildly exciting time to make TTRPGs as we stare down the possibility of an RPG future not ruled by one master game under the control of one master company, says Konowich. One of our wise team members said something that I think about almost daily. This game has meant too much to us for too long to let it remain owned by just one company. And I can't say that I disagree with that. Of course, I'm all about the old school tip, as I know many of you guys are. She goes on to say, I'm not ready to give it up or let its future be controlled by a single company. We know many of you feel the same way, and I know lots of you guys feel that way too. She criticizes 1D&D in the blog post, saying, I don't feel great about what I've seen and speculated about 1D&D thus far. I seriously doubt that 1D&D can fulfill the promise of true backwards compatibility. Backwards compatibility seems to be a big priority for Project Black Flag. This project is taking on the issues we can fix without invalidating the thousands of dollars we've all spent on some really killer 5e products. I should point out, just this is my 2 cents, this is kind of where Pathfinder started as a 3.5 compatible system, so they may have some traction here. We're changing stuff that needs to be changed and doing it in a way that respects your current 5e library and keeps it useful. After exploring why Project Black Flag currently looks like D&D in a wig, Konowich turns to what the system plans to do going forward. That's kind of oddly worded. The system is going to be there. It's the authors who do the things, but I'm splitting hairs. It includes alternative subclass options for 5e that are in Wizards SRD, tweaked 5e feats also missing from the SRD, and extra lore for the D&D monsters that are in the SRD. She lists plenty of other big picture goals for Project Black Flag, which you can read about in the full blog post. These include make the rules easier to read and understand, provide tools to reduce GM burden, and provide opportunities for PCs to make meaningful choices at higher levels. I personally don't think those things are in the rules. I think they're at the table, but maybe I'm just wrong and old. Who knows? Which also says Project Black Flag aims to rebalance a whole lot of existing junk and make spell casting feel cooler, because Lord knows if there's anything D&D needs, it's more powerful spellcasters. But anyway, yeah, I've got some thoughts on that. Obviously, not a 5th edition player, but in what they're doing, like I said, it seems very Pathfinder-esque. The last time I took a look at Pathfinder 1st edition from a social media perspective, looking at forums, it was just people very angrily arguing about math and character optimization and build optimization. So I just kind of backed out away from that because I could barely understand the lingo. It was like listening to a Starfleet Battles discussion from the mid to late 80s. But anyway, what do you guys think? If you're out there, if you're playing 5e, if you're just kind of watching this from the sidelines, what do you think about this? Are they really going to be able to pull it off? Or is cleaving this closely to 5e just really kind of taking your best friend to the dance sort of move? Let me know in the comments below, and if you like this video, please give it a like, and if you haven't already, click that subscribe button and the bell icon. We're almost to 4,230 subscribers on the channel. Thank you guys so much for your outpouring of support. We've got another video coming this afternoon, and then tonight, of course, at 8 o'clock, we kick off another live stream. We'll have a little preamble ramble. And then at 9 o'clock, we will be playing live stream 1E Gamma World. That's right, we return to the wastelands of Gamma World for your entertainment with a great cast of players. So I hope you'll stop by and check that out. But until then, keep studying, remain a little skeptical. Peace. I'll see you next video.